Alright, how you doing, my non-mechanic truck drivers? Well, the hustle is hard. The hustle is hard. But just so you know, I was having a problem where my AC was intermittent. It was go cold, like it's freezing me out of the cab like it normally does. And then all of a sudden, wouldn't blow any cold air. So I'd already did the other aspects of troubleshooting. I checked, of course, check your fuses first. Do the simple stuff first. Check your fuses. Check your relays. I did that. Then I was thinking, okay, it was about time for me probably to get the system serviced. So I took it in, got them to, hook up their high-low pressure lines and check this, draw the system down, check the compressor, check your different components, make sure I ain't got a clog in the condenser or anything like that. And everything came back fine. It took the charge, no leaks. Everything's fine. I get the truck back. Seems like it's running, like my AC is blowing cold, and then all of a sudden it just stopped blowing cold again. And then, I'd stop the truck, get out, and I'd look, and I'd see the compressor's not, the clutch is not moving on the AC compressor. And I'm like, okay, well, I know the compressor's not bad, because, the clutch is, it's in there. It's not moving around. There's no weird movement, no sounds. Belts are tight, not slipping. I was like, I can't figure this out. And I know all the components are good, did all those checks, did the fuse and relay checks, everything's good. Now, everything I'd seen out there is saying there's a I guess a high pressure sensor and a low pressure sensor normally on an AC system. And they say chase, one's on your high line and one's on your low line. Well, I figured out with this truck for the 2019, this one I have, T680, there's only one, if you want to call it a sensor, there. And it's not really a sensor, not anymore. So if you go ask the dealership, I need the high-low pressure sensor for the AC system, most likely they're not going to know what you're talking about, because it's not, and they're not going to be able to find it. The only way they could find it was because it's called a transducer. And this thing right here that comes off the line, that comes from your compressor, mine's right there, there's the alternator, and then you follow the line up and it should be right here on your driver's side. And it's a real simple piece. It cost me $100 for that part. And from what I understand, from what I've been able to find out there, basically that's what helps to control your fan when it kicks on, when it turns off, to cool off the refrigerant as it passes through your condenser on the front. And it also controls your clutch when it turns it on and off when it's time to move stuff through, because it reads the pressure, high and low. So all you need is a pair. I used this just screws right off. You don't have to expel the refrigerant out of your system. You just use a little crescent wrench. It's got enough. I used a crescent wrench. I'm not sure if it'll actually fit what size it is, but I just used a crescent wrench. It's right here. And if yours was like mine, it's all black, so you don't know what to turn. It's right here. It's not, if you got to clean it up a little bit, there's a place where you can put a crescent on it. You turn it off. Be careful. Don't go gorilla on it or anything. Try to muscle it around, because you'll snap the fitting off the pipe, and you'll create all types of issues. Basically, when you get this off, what it's screwed into is sort of similar to where your tire, the stem is on your tire, where you put your air into your tire and everything. It looks something like that. So basically, you just disconnect the wiring. That's the wire that's connected. It's a little clip right here. You push up on it and it just slips off. Just take your time, because this stuff, I guess the heat and, just for the time, feels like it's not, and it's plastic like everything else. You don't want to just snatch it off. Just work it off. It'll come off real easy. Then just put the crescent on here, turn it off, screw the new one on, put this back in, and you should be back up and running with AC. If you can't figure it out, if if everything else checks out, that's the only thing that's what came back to, was that one little piece right here. I mean, don't just jump straight to this unless you're a little better at this than I am and know exactly how to read all the systems and everything like that, technical stuff. But start from the beginning, start from the basics, start with your fuses, your relays, then, get your system checked to see if there's any leaks or if your condenser's clogged. There's a lot of other factors, but in my case, after all that checked out, it was just this little high-low pressure transducer. Remember, transducer, not a sensor, not a switch. That's not what they call it now. They're trying to be more technical, I guess, trying to hide the parts from us. But anyway, my non-mechanic truck drivers, hopefully this helps somebody out that was in my position where I couldn't figure it out, and I wasn't going to throw any more money at it until I figured it out. All right, out.